Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now in this video, Femi Fani-Kayode asks the question that we've all been asking since 2015 when Malam Buhari came into power. So I bring you this. FFK ponders on why the different arms of government are all headed by northerners, asks if it's reasonable or fair. So this is the question that Femi Fani-Kayode is asking. In Nigeria, the executive, comprising of the presidency and including all the leading organs and agencies of the federal government, are headed by northerners. The legislature, comprising of the two arms of the National Assembly, namely the Senate and the House of Representatives, are headed by northerners. The judiciary, comprising of the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Federal High Court, are headed by northerners. All of the 17 military, paramilitary, and security agencies, except for the Navy, are headed by northerners. I really do wonder whether anyone in his or her right senses can describe this as being reasonable or fair. So this is the simple question that Femi Fani-Kayode is asking, and we have been asking this question too since 2015 when Malam Buhari came into power, because obviously is now a northern hegemony and a southern protectorate. So effectively the southern part of Nigeria is effectively considered now a conquered territory. That is how Malam Buhari is governing. So now these are some of the comments in response to that question that Femi Fani-Kayode is asking. So this is caller Ogunrinu. So what are you waiting for? I am sure most people know this fact, but why don't you take a lead on what to do next about it? So he is now asking Femi Fani-Kayode to take action. So Anonymous, my take on this is that there are so many cheating in this country. I understand why the Igbo want their country. Since independence, the core North have dominated this nation, and yet they have not been able to develop it. Anytime power shifts to the south, they come up with so many problems and make life difficult for the southern occupants. During Obasanjo's government, Sharia was introduced just to cause mischief. Nobody's heard of Sharia since. This led to the loss of so many lives and destruction of property. When Goodluck Jonathan came, it was Boko Haram. I am sure if the North is separate from the South will be 20 years ahead of the North in terms of academics, politics, and economic development. The government in the South will purely be based on merit and competence rather than region and religion considerations. So this is what a commentator has to say. I'll read you just one more. When we have a certificateless and bigoted tyrant as a president, what do you expect? So really, this is effectively the sentiment that is being held by everybody. It is being done in open glare. There's nothing hidden about it. Malam Buhari is stating that as long as he is in power, and he intends to be in power for a very long time, the Nigerian state will be considered a northern state, and the southern part of Nigeria will be considered conquered territory. You all saw what happened to Walter Onnoghen, how they got rid of him on some made-up, trumped-up charges. If they are using that standard as the standard to administer Nigeria, then everybody will be sacked. If they are using the standard that they applied to Walter Onnoghen to administer Nigeria, then everybody within the Nigerian governance will be sacked, because they are all at it. Babachir, Lawal, all of them, even Buhari himself, it's just a looting spree. So if you are saying somebody who has an account abroad with a few million in it and is not able to explain it, has to be sacked, then everybody in Nigeria, in governance in Nigeria, will be sacked. But of course, they are just looking to get rid of him so that they can put a northerner there. I mean, can you imagine that in a country that you have three main ethnic tribes? I know we have more than three, but we have three main ethnic tribes, and then you have only solely the northerners in all of the key positions in governance, and the Northerners are undereducated, by the way, relative at least to the Southerners, to the Igbos and the Yorubas. The Northerners are undereducated. There's no Northern name coming out of the international sphere to say that they have an international achievement. But anywhere you go, everywhere, you hear about Igbo doctors and Yoruba engineers and Igbo lawyers and whatnot all over the world. You don't hear this about the Northerners. Their only core central focus is the Nigerian state, and then they put themselves in positions that they are not really able to function in, and that really then explains why the country is in the state that it is. So these people, they lack the competence, they lack the experience, they lack the exposure, and the only thing that therefore is just to loot the dollars and continue to loot the dollars until somebody does something about it. And this is effectively what Femi Fani-Kayode is saying. How can you, out of 17 military and paramilitary organizations, have only one non-northerner there? How can you have all of the legal structures of Nigeria under one hegemony? I mean, it boggles the mind. It's almost unbelievable, really, and it's almost criminal. And I'm surprised that the Nigerian statute book allows for this. So that then tells you that that 1999 constitution is not fit for purpose, because there are not enough checks and balances in there that then now enables people like Malam Buhari, a bigot and a jingoist and a supremacist, to come and have his way over the Nigerian state. How can you, out of 17 military and paramilitary organization, have only one that is not of your tribe, and you come in and you say you are for everybody and for nobody? I think it's pretty clear who is for. They made the Inspector General of Police Hausa man, the defense man Hausa man, the Air Force man Hausa man, the NSA Hausa Fulani, the this, that and the other for Hausa Fulani, the Chief Justice of Nigeria Hausa Fulani, the Appeal Court Hausa Fulani. Is it only Hausa Fulani that went to school in Nigeria? Is it only Hausa Fulani that has competence in Nigeria? Do even the Hausa Fulanis have any competence? Do they have any education? Are we seeing any competence or any education reflecting in the way that the Nigerian state is being administered? No, is the answer. Let's read a few more comments. This is what Raw Talent has to say. We have got no country. Even what the police is doing to citizens are only spoken in papers, no action taken to worsen the matter. The president just signed the new minimum wage into law, and some gullible Nigerians quickly forgot the bigger problems ahead. So he's saying that the Southwest doesn't have a problem with being dominated by the Hausa Fulanis. Well, I think he's only speaking for himself and his household, because Femi Fani-Kayode is from the Southwest. He has a problem with it. I am from the Southwest. I have a problem with it. A lot of you are from the Southwest. You have a problem with it. So what this idiot boy called Ola is saying is speaking only for himself and his household and no one else. And by the way, that comment by Ola, it got 2 likes and 41 dislikes. So here are some responses to his comment. Simumu, Siful, Omojati Jati, Anonymous, Ewu, your name is Olaba. I am sure it was derived from Olaniyi. Ask an Igbo person to tell you the meaning. So Olaniyi obviously has a different meaning in Igbo land. This is another Anonymous. Ola, your stupidity is highly unacceptable. People like you should be vaporized from the country, because it is a large population of morons that think like you that are not allowing Nigeria to move forward. So that is his verdict on that level of stupidity. So let's leave Ola alone and see what somebody else has to say. So now this is what Abdul Razak Abubakar has to say, and from Abdul Razak Abubakar you can already tell where he is going to go. So let's we forget Jonathan administration was worst. Every single agency was headed by Christian and the heaven did not fall. What else? So that already tells you, you can already from his name know that it is going to go in that direction. Now this is what Omolachi had to say in response to that. So this is what Omolachi has to say in response to Abdul Razak's comment. And Sanusi was a Christian while he was CBN governor, right? Please lie with the fear of God. So tell lies with the fear of God. Sanusi was a Christian whilst I think she repeats that, and then she adds, purge yourself of bigotry and lie with the fear of God. So on and on it goes. Foolish pig, the Anonymous said. I don't know who is calling a foolish pig. So you can get the sentiment really from the comments. So really, this is a real problem, and we're going to have this for another 4 years. The last 4 years that we had were fairly brutal, but really the next 4 years are going to be hell on earth, because Omotola Jalade has already set the tone by telling them that this is a hellish country, but hell is yet to come in Nigeria, because these people, they don't really care. They've got all the guns, they've got all the laws, and they've cornered it to their own sector of the country, and they're considering you dominated people. And if you don't consider yourself dominated and conquered people, then you're a fool. So you're effectively Fulani subjects within your state. So you're colonized by the Fulanis, effectively, is what is going on. So Nigeria, and the southern parts of Nigeria especially, is a colony of the Hausa Fulani as it stands at the moment. So this is the set play, this is the gameplay, this is where the thing is, and it's all reflecting in this little article that Femi Fani-Kayode has put out. So what says you? Fulani domination of the Nigerian space. The southern people as a conquered people, the Yoruba race is being conquered by the Hausa Fulani. What is your position? Comments in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about this. But before you come join me in the comment section to have a conversation about this, click on the red subscribe button so it goes gray. Click on the bell button as well so you are notified every time I drop a video. Then come join me in the comment section. Let's have a chat about it. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section, but here I say peace.